got a question for the ladies. What has a New World Order done to you in your own self-image? My wife and I, we were walking through the store with our 5 children, and my daughter, she really likes, my 11-year-old daughter, she likes to dress up in long skirts that she sews all by herself. She didn't have any help. She can just sew her own skirts. And we taught her to do that because of the economic collapse that's coming. We thought it would be a very handy skill. But she decided to sew those types of clothes herself because she loved the way that Laura Ingalls wore those types of clothes back in the day, and from the little mini-series that they had on during the late 70s, early 80s. And she does them a little bit more stylish with denim and things like that, but they still look pretty old-fashioned. And this little girl who is around, I guess she was around 12 to 13 years old, came up and said, "Oh, you can't be serious about that dress." And my daughter looked right up at this little girl, and she said, "Well, you know what? I really like my dress, and I sewed it myself, and I love it because it's modest, and I also like it because I know where it came from." She said, "A lot of clothes that you buy are made by children younger than us in Brazil and in Taiwan." And this little girl, she was completely slopped in makeup, with her parents standing right beside her, grinning at what she said to my daughter. She instantly dropped her mouth. She was freaked out by just being told this information, and both the smirks on her parents' faces completely went away. And the dad looks over at me, and I start smirking myself, because that child who is so rude and inconsiderate, trying to cut down my daughter's self-esteem, just basically got humbled. Not shown up or anything like that, but she got humbled because more than likely she was wearing clothing made by slave labor in sweatshops, or by some poor family or poor person or some child that was forced to do it. So it really brings me to wonder why women have become what they are today, and what women think about it along with men. Were you given Barbie dolls when you were a child? Were you taught that that was the way to be, and to be pretty, and that's all that you're basically worth, is how pretty you are? Were you taught that you need certain styles or fashions to be beautiful? Were you taught that you needed to slap makeup all over your face in order to be pretty and desirable? Were you taught that's all you're worth? You know, I'm going to reveal a little secret that guys talk about between themselves. When a single man, especially single men, when they're talking about females, it is 100% physical. I've never been with a group of guys who were talking, "Yeah, she's a really nice person. She is a caring person. I think she'd make a great mother," or anything like that. It's always about boobs and butts and how they'd like to do them. See, I don't think any of this thinking is natural at all. I see a degradation of marriage. I see people not wanting to have children, and I all think it falls in line because we have been programmed, the women have been programmed since they're little girls, that all that they are worth is their looks, and it sends off a slurry of self-esteem trouble all through their lives, even to the point where women are cutting themselves open to give themselves bigger boobs. Men, you're taught to only look at women for those types of qualities for a large part. I guess there's an underlying thing that guys know where we also look for other characteristics, but when guys are in a group, that's what's talked about. And I'm curious what you guys think. Am I missing something here, or is the New World Order really programmed women since they're little that they're only good for their looks? Now that I'm seeing pornography becoming so mainstream, and now that I'm seeing so many men falling into what I feel is a huge trap of pornography, that a woman is objectified for sex, we are seeing surges of divorce rates. We are seeing surges of people not wanting to have children. And it all lines up with what Aleister Crowley once said, that family is public enemy number one. So what happened, women? What happened to you when you were a child? Were you given Barbies? Were you given makeup? Were you told to look pretty? Were you taught to brush your hair so many times that you had to look a certain way? Did you have to fit into the right fashions at school, and where everybody was peer pressuring you to do more? Do you feel that music and television and models that you've seen in the magazines hurt your self-image? Do you feel like you're not pretty? Do you feel more like you're a mold that the New World Order wanted you to fit into? Or do you feel like that you're more random, like the creation, where there's no two trees that are alike, and that every imperfection on each tree is its own form of perfection of individual characteristic? What do you think happened?